Hello everyone, today, I'm going to show you how to get RCH airdrops in this video. I'll be posting 1 or 2 videos every week covering various aspects of this product, including its interface, updates, liquidity pool setup, and tokenomics model. Let's start by explaining how to earn rewards on the SOFA website under the Earn section. You can also visit my Twitter and use my referral link to make a purchase, and I'll invite you to my SOFA group chats. So SOFA is very straightforward, with 2 main protocols, Earn and Surge. Earn is a principal-protected protocol, whereas Surge is not. For beginners, I highly recommend using Earn since it offers principal protection. We're here to get airdrops, not to risk losing our principal. You can use either the Ethereum or Arbitrum networks, but I suggest using Ethereum. Here's why. SOFA's rewards are based on your trading volume for the day, not your holdings. If you trade on a given day, you'll get the airdrop. Since your interactions won't be very frequent, there's no need to switch to Arbitrum unless you want to save a few dollars in fees. When RCH is released, you'll still need to be on Ethereum. So, you won't save much by switching networks, and Ethereum is more robust and easier to use without needing cross-chain operations. So SOFA's principal protected products are divided into 3 types. The first one is range-bound or DNT, which refers to double no-touch. Essentially, you earn more within a range. The other 2 are bull trend and bear trend. Now some might ask why SOFA can provide principal protection. I'll put principal protection in quotes because SOFA uses your deposited USDT to lend on AAVE, and the expected interest from these loans is used for betting. Note that it is expected interest. For instance, if today's annualized rate on AAV for USDT is 10%, it takes this expected 10% from your principal to invest in range-bound bull trend or bear trend. If the interest suddenly drops, let's say from 10% to 1%, there might be slight losses, so it's not 100% principal protected. Of course, there is another scenario. If AAVE's interest rate rises, your principal might increase as well. But don't worry too much because the high value of RCH can cover potential risks with Earn. Okay, now moving on. Rangebound has 2 coins, but we'll just discuss one. Let's take Ethereum as an example. Click on it, and it recommends a 14-day Ethereum plan. Currently, 1,000 USDT can earn you 9.8 for RCH. You need to trade to get the RCH airdrop. As the RCH airdrop becomes harder to obtain over the next 20 days due to increasing prices and popularity, so I suggest you click on the Customize option. We'll go for a 4-day term, which is the nearest one available. Today is the 9th, so the 10th is too close. Let's pick the nearest available date. I think the overall return will be relatively good. For example, we have a 14-day term. Let's not look at the returns for the 14 days, let's look at the RCH. For a 5-day term, the expected return is about 3 RCH. Let's compare the same 1,000 USDT over 14 days. For 1,000 USDT over 14 days, which ends on the 23rd, it yields only 9.8 RCH. Here's a tip. Click on Customize. Then we buy a range bound, and the returns will be much better. Of course, 1,000 USDT is too little, considering Ethereum's gas fees. Using 1,000 USDT isn't really worthwhile. I recommend doing 5,000 USDT in one interaction, considering the gas fees on Ethereum. Yeah, that's why I think 5,000 USDT is a good amount. Of course, you can set a narrower range. For example, if you think it won't fall below 3,625, we can narrow the range a bit more to increase the returns. This is a trick. By setting a narrow range, your returns will be higher. But the increase is not mainly in the number of RCH earned. Let's adjust it again. You'll see that the change in RCH is minimal, but the main change is in the returns. You can customize the range however you want. And this way, you can directly place a bet and earn. The current base interest rate is 3%. The primary purpose of our interaction here is still to earn RCH. Once you complete the transaction, it will appear in the position section. As you can see here, I previously bought a 14-day term without much experience, so I now recommend shorter terms. So that was for range bound. But you can also buy a bull or bear trend. A 5-day one is more recommended. For example, we buy a 5,000 USDT one, and it has an expected return of a dozen RCH. Note that the potential returns for bull or bear trend are much higher, possibly double, so you can choose to buy this. However, keep in mind that it is much harder to hit. Here it is set from 4,200 to 4,300 by default, but you can adjust it yourself. For example, for the 14th, you might set it to 3,700 to 3,800. It doesn't make a huge difference. If you want to take a gamble, setting a spread in this range will definitely yield higher returns. If you're simply aiming for RCH, I recommend going for the range bound. It's simpler and easier to understand, so there's no need to do the bull-bear trend. Now, let's look at Surge. So for Surge, yes, you might incur a loss, but it has a better win rate. For example, if BTC is at 69,200 today, and you bet with Surge that it will stay between 68,500 and 70,000 over 3 days, a winning ticket would double your 20 USDT, which is the cost of the ticket. If you lose, you just lose the 20 USDT, but you'll still earn some RCH. If the expectation is met, it helps you recover about 10 USDT, which means you have a 1-to-4 payout ratio, which is quite good for betting within a range. So if your principal is small and you want to take a gamble, Surge is a good option. If you have more funds and just want to interact to accumulate RCH, then use Earn. In Surge, you can bet on a range bound or on the price. For instance, betting on a wider range over 3 days increases your odds. You can also bet on the price. For example, if you want to bet on a longer term, like 3 days, you can set a range. The harder it is to reach that range, the higher the profits. Now, consider a bull spread. I bet on a range of 70,500 to 71,250. The odds will significantly increase. With a 20 USDT stake, you can potentially get to 0.7 RCH, which means your cost is very low, covering about 40% of your stake. The odds are quite good. This approach is also suitable for those with smaller funds. But this is a quick pick. On the Surge homepage, you can also place custom baits. For example, if you want to bet until the 14th, the odds will go up. Essentially, you're shorting a longer gamma. You can buy several tickets, each recovering 40%. If the price stays within the specified range by the 14th, you could win at a 1-to-8 ratio. Beginners looking to gamble can use Surge. If you have more funds and want to farm airdrops, go with Earn. Actually, the 3 products are similar, basically just involving buying or selling options, which is straightforward to understand. Okay, now let's wrap up today's video with a demo trade that you can follow along with if you'd like. I'll choose Ethereum and place a bet on Earn instead of Surge. For instance, I believe Ethereum will stay within this range by the 14th, so I'll place a 5,000 USDT bet. Since today is the 9th, I don't think Ethereum will break out of this range or drop significantly. In fact, I'll choose a conservative range of 3,625 to 3,775 instead. But as you can see, the amount of RCH earned is not significantly affected by this range. Okay, maybe something like this instead. These calculations are done in real time by the platform. Since Ethereum has gas fees, which are slightly higher than those on Arbitrum, I'll set the range a bit wider to earn an extra $10 to cover the gas fees. I'll connect my MetaMask wallet, but you can use any wallet. I'll place a 5,000 USDT range-bound bet maturing on the 14th. Currently, only USDT is supported, not Ethereum or USDC. The official statement is that other currencies will be supported in the future, but USDT is currently the best option for hedging in the options market. Once confirmed in the wallet, the transaction is complete, and you can see it in the position section. If the funds are deducted from your wallet, it's successful. Sometimes, the submission process might be slow. You can close it and check the position section to confirm. As you can see, it is already successful. Since the period is short, the returns might not be significant. This is purely for farming RCH. So if you want to get more RCH, multiple transactions with larger amounts are recommended. And since they are principal protected, you don't really have to worry. So that concludes today's video about purchasing products on SoFa to earn RCH. I hope you like it. Please share with friends interested in this product and follow my YouTube channel for more comprehensive guides on RCH and SOFA. See y'all in the next video.